In a groundbreaking announcement alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, President Donald J. Trump has declared that the United States will take over, own, and rebuild the Gaza Strip, finally ending the cycle of violence, terror, and destruction that has plagued the region for decades. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, President Donald J. Trump has made it clear the days of failed diplomacy and endless violence in Gaza are over. In a bold and unprecedented move, President Trump declared, "The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip. We will own it." This marks a stunning shift in U.S. policy. For years, Israel has extended its hand in peace, only to be met with rockets, terrorism, and relentless rejection. But now, there's a leader in the White House who understands the Middle East, who thinks outside the box, and who is ready to bring real change. This statement marks a seismic shift in how the world approaches the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. For decades, the world watched as Gaza descended into chaos, ruled by Hamas, funded by Iran, and used as a launchpad for terrorism against the Israeli people. But under Trump's leadership, that chapter is coming to an end. A plan for stability, relocating Palestinians for a future without war. For too long, the Palestinian people have been held hostage by Hamas, forced into a life of poverty, war, and terror by leaders who profit from destruction. No more. Under Trump's new plan, 1.8 million Palestinians will be evacuated from Gaza and given a chance at a new life in Jordan, Egypt, Qatar, and other Arab nations willing to take them in. This isn't about displacement, it's about salvation. It's about giving Palestinian families a life without war, without rockets, without Hamas. The Arab world is vast, and multiple nations have the space and resources to absorb the Palestinian population. In fact, Jordan was originally designated as the Palestinian state. This is simply a return to a reality that should have been implemented decades ago. And make no mistake, Middle Eastern leaders support this plan. Trump stated confidently, "They won't tell me no, it will happen." This is the strength of leadership that creates real change, not weak appeasement, not endless negotiations that go nowhere, but decisive action that benefits both Israel and the wider region. Let's break it down. 1.8 million Palestinians will be evacuated from Gaza and relocated to nations that will give them a fresh start: Jordan, Egypt, and other Arab nations, including the very land originally designated for Palestinians. This is not displacement. This is an opportunity for them to live without Hamas, without war, and without bloodshed. The U.S. will take full control of Gaza. It will be leveled and completely rebuilt into something extraordinary. President Trump has called it the Riviera of the Middle East, a thriving, safe, and economically booming region where peace and prosperity replace war and terrorism. Middle Eastern leaders love the idea. That's right. According to President Trump, Arab leaders won't tell him no. Unlike past weak U.S. administrations that have tried and failed with the same tired peace plans, Trump is making real moves with support from Saudi Arabia and beyond. Israel will be safer than ever before. Prime Minister Netanyahu made it clear this is about achieving all three critical objectives. 1. The release of hostages. 2. The total elimination of Hamas, militarily and politically. 3. Ensuring that Gaza never again becomes a threat to Israel. The new Gaza, the Riviera of the Middle East. Once Gaza is evacuated, the U.S. will take full control, level what remains, and completely rebuild it from the ground up. Trump envisions a Gaza not of terror and rubble, but of prosperity, commerce, and opportunity. The U.S. will take control of Gaza, level it, rebuild it, and create employment opportunities. Instead of terrorist training camps, there will be businesses and hotels. Instead of smuggling tunnels, there will be technology hubs and innovation centers. Trump himself has called this vision the Riviera of the Middle East, a stunning transformation that will turn a war zone into an economic powerhouse. Just imagine the impact: new jobs, foreign investment, a booming economy, and most importantly, no more war, ending the cycle of insanity. Albert Einstein famously said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." For decades, world leaders pushed the same tired solutions, expecting peace to emerge from negotiations with groups that don't want peace at all. The Oslo Accords failed. Land for peace agreements failed. Ceasefires broken every time. Trump understands what career politicians never could. You don't negotiate with those who seek your destruction. You change the game entirely. And that's exactly what he's doing. The role of Saudi Arabia and the Abraham Accords. One of the most overlooked yet crucial aspects of this plan is the role of Saudi Arabia. Under Trump, the Abraham Accords shattered decades of false assumptions about Israel's place in the Middle East. Nations that once refused to even acknowledge Israel's existence are now cooperating on trade, security, and diplomacy. And now, Saudi Arabia is on the verge of normalization with Israel without requiring a Palestinian state. This is a total game changer. Under previous administrations, US diplomats insisted that Palestinian statehood was the key to Middle Eastern peace. They were wrong. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, and other Arab nations want a strong Israel, not a weak one. They want to move forward, not remain stuck in the conflicts of the past. This deal proves that the path to peace does not run through appeasing Hamas or its supporters. The region is realigning, and under Trump, Israel has never been stronger, safer, or more secure. Trump on Iran. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. Of course, no discussion of Middle Eastern security is complete without addressing the greatest threat of all, Iran. Trump made it clear Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Unlike past weak administrations that funded Iran's terror machine, Trump crushed their economy with sanctions and withdrew from the disastrous Iran deal. With Hamas on the brink of elimination, Iran is losing one of its biggest proxies. The days of Iran using Gaza as a staging ground for terror coming to an end. A new era for the Middle East. What we are witnessing is a historic realignment of power and policy, something that no other leader has dared to do. Under Trump, Gaza will no longer be a terrorist stronghold. It will be rebuilt into an economic powerhouse. Israel will be stronger and safer than ever. The Middle East is finally moving forward without the constant roadblock of Palestinian terrorism. This is the Trump doctrine in action, bold, fearless, and focused on results. Israel offered peace again and again. It was rejected every time. Trump and Netanyahu understand that true peace comes through strength, not weakness. History is being made. Will the world pay attention? We are standing at the precipice of a new era in Middle Eastern politics. The old ways have failed. The new path, Trump's path, is proving to be the only way forward. The US will take over Gaza. It will be rebuilt. Israel will be secure, and the Middle East will change forever. History is being written before our eyes.